Alright folks, welcome back. Today we're playing on the beta version 101C so that we can play test the upcoming balance patch. We've gone through the patch notes, we've talked about what the changes mean in theory, we've talked about some of the motivations behind the different changes. Now it's time to jump in and put it all to the test. As a quick aside here, I will say I tried recording one of these already, but the audio ended up being messed up. For some reason, when I switched to this new beta version, my OBS software reset all of my audio balancing settings, and so I've had to start all over. I do think I have it figured out now, but maybe a change you'll notice between this video and my previous videos. I made the mic audio, I made my voice a little bit louder, just bringing it more in line with these other content creators, Zano and Murphy's videos, for example. Alright, here on the black deck, we've got the orange stake is different. Previously we had the increasing cost booster packs, now these new perishable jokers. So of course, if you had the increasing cost booster packs, in practice what that looked like is I actually just can't afford any booster packs anymore. And so now, without any booster packs, removing all of these mechanics from the game, all the tarot cards, planet card mechanics, was pretty miserable, right? But maybe more miserable even than you realize. And so, let's say you wanted to play flushes or you wanted to play full houses. These builds don't necessarily depend on the tarot cards, they don't need the tarot cards, but definitely they benefit a lot from the tarot cards, right? You could get the suit changing tarot cards to help you make flushes. You could get the Hierophant and the Empress giving you the plus chips and plus molt on your cards. Flushes themselves not scaling very fast with the planet cards, so you can get the enhanced cards to help you score with your flushes. If you're trying to play full houses, the Strength and the Death tarot cards giving you duplicates of your ranks, so it's easier to get full houses. If you take away the booster packs, okay, now flushes and full houses become way less viable already when we're starting on the orange stake here. If you want to play straights, it's challenging to draw and assemble your straights, and so your payoff for that is straights are supposed to be worth more points, right? The way that we create that is with the Saturn planet cards giving you twice as many chips compared to the Jupiter planet cards for flushes. But if you don't have any booster packs, if you don't have any celestial packs, you're not getting as many Saturn cards, and so you're not getting the payoff for playing straights. It's quite miserable. And so with the balance changes, the goal is not to make the game too much easier. We don't want to make the game easier, right? We still want the high stakes to be a challenge. We still want on the gold stake maybe the win rate to be between 20 and 30% at the highest level of play. What we want is we want to make the game more diverse. And so rather than taking away your booster packs, we're going to try to introduce difficulty in some other way. And so we're doing that with the perishable jokers. So perishable jokers, these are jokers that are going to be disabled after a set number of rounds. And so you have to spend money to replace them, right? You have to spend money on rerolls in the shop in order to replace your jokers potentially. And so the question is that enough? Is that enough to compete with the additional challenge, the additional difficulty of the increasing cost booster packs? So kind of my gut instinct here with the perishables are, a lot of the time I'm constantly selling and buying jokers, replacing jokers all of the time. And so these perishables lasting 5 rounds feels kind of long to me, or at least like that's my gut instinct. And if I want, with these perishable jokers, I can kind of ignore them. Like previously we had the eternal jokers. You just ignore all the eternal jokers. You just buy non-eternal jokers. So the same thing with perishables. You could just avoid the perishables if you want. Except now that we have eternals and perishables, you have 2 different kinds of stickers. Both can happen, not at the same time, but either one can happen on a joker with about a 1 in 3 chance for each of those. Now it's harder to ignore those. You're going to have to interact with some of those. And the thing that I just don't know, I don't know if 5 rounds is too long or too short. Is this going to be challenging enough? Now, on the gold stake, previously we had the -1 hand size. And what that would mean is if you have hand size 7 and you want to go for a 5-card hand, okay, let's say you're holding on to 4 cards and you're looking for your 5th card to complete your hand. You can only discard 3 cards at a time, If we're playing, you know, the blue stake gives us -1 discard, so we only have 2 discards, 3 cards at a time. You only get to see 6 new cards, is not a lot. And so what that meant was impossible for you to get reasonable poker hands. Even flushes, difficult to draw flushes. Not technically impossible, but very difficult for you to draw flushes. And so I guess we just were forced to play high card, we're forced to play pairs. Maybe we could get away with 2 pairs. And so with the gold stake changes here, yeah, of course, you know, removing that -1 hand size, that's going to make the game easier. But the goal is not easier. The goal is just more diverse. You know, enable you to play flushes at the highest level if that's something that you want to do. The question is, these rental jokers. You know, if I have to pay money every round for my jokers, that's going to make the game more difficult, right? Or let's say I ignore the rental jokers. So 1 in 3 chance for you to have a rental joker. Technically it's 30%, but it's close enough to 1 in 3 chance. So if I just see rental jokers in the shop, I could just ignore them, right? Oh, I can't afford $3. I just won't buy that. I'll just skip that. Well, that means each shop has less useful jokers, right? You need to re-roll more before you find useful jokers. It's harder for you to assemble your jokers if, you know, so many of these jokers have these stickers and you have to skip those jokers. And so that's gonna hurt your economy even if you're not buying the rentals, even if you're not paying the $3, you're paying extra money in re-rolls to find non-rental jokers, non-perishable jokers. So let's check it out here on the black deck. Previously, the black deck for me was the second hardest one for me. Plasma deck was the hardest, black deck second hardest. And so what I want to check here is it still difficult even without the -1 hand size? Are the perishable jokers and the rental jokers enough? And then secondarily, you know, is it engaging? Is it fun? Maybe I'm not super concerned about that. Just is it difficult enough? We do have some changes to the skip tags, so I am going to restart a little bit here just so that we have, you know, a talking point. Give it a few tries. No speed tag. I want one of the addition tags, right? So the changes to the addition tags, now whatever edition you get, you know, if you get a foil joker, you get a holographic joker, polychrome joker, those are going to be free now. So here's the polychrome tag, you get a polychrome and the polychrome is free. So previously, if you took the polychrome tag, whatever joker that you get, whatever joker becomes polychrome, you can't afford it, right? If you take the round 1 polychrome tag. And so really it was only viable to do the holographic or the foil because it was affordable, and then also, you know, it has this early game effect. You get the +10 mult that really helps you get your scoring online early. I think the new polychrome tag, even with the joker being free, I think this is a trap, and here's why. So now that we have the perishable stickers and the rental stickers in addition to the eternal jokers, if we're playing on the high stakes here, let's say you take this skip here and you get a free polychrome, there's a really good chance, you know, with each of those things being a 1 in 3 chance, there's a really good chance that you get some kind of sticker joker, right? Let's say you get a rental joker, and even if it's free, well, it's not free, it's $3 per round. That's not really something that I want. And so I think this is a trap, straight up. So maybe, you know, even on the low stakes, I think this is a trap. And like, here's kind of how I think about it is, we know the orbital tag upgrades a hand by 3 levels. It tells you what it's going to upgrade. It tells you, I'm going to upgrade your straights. Do you want to upgrade your straights? Do you want to skip for that? And you get to decide. You're like, oh, I'm already doing straights. That's super powerful. I'm going to get the +3 levels. Or if I'm not already doing straights, oh, if you tell me that straights are going to be upgraded, I'll take the skip anyway, and then now I'll pivot, right? Oh, because the +3 levels is powerful enough, now I can make this informed decision. Now I can pivot into straights. What if it didn't tell you what it was going to upgrade? What if it just said, okay, orbital tag is going to upgrade a random hand by 5 levels instead of 3 levels, and it didn't tell you what it was? If it's early, you still take that. If it's early, you get a hand, a random hand, it doesn't matter what it is. If you give me 5 levels, I will build around that. That becomes my run. Whereas later on in the run, and by later on I mean even in ante 3 already, if I don't know what hand is going to be upgraded, I can't risk it upgrading something that's not useful to me, right? And so that's how I feel about all of the Joker tags, you know, whether it's the edition tags, whether it's the uncommon or rare tags. The cost was never an issue. It doesn't matter that the thing is free, like that's not the issue. The question is the thing going to be compatible, going to be useful in my build? If I take a skip for a random rare, what are the chances that that rare is actually useful for what I currently have going on? If I take a skip for a random negative, what is the chance that that negative is actually helpful to me? Like, it's never harmful to me, it's never gonna hurt me, but I am missing out, I am paying this cost. If I skip, I'm missing out on money, I'm missing out on a shop opportunity. I think this is a trap. I think the polychrome tag is a trap. I think new players or casual players before were skipping too much already. Now if you tell them that the thing is free, they're going to be skipping even more than they were before. They're going to be punished even more than they were before. Alright, in the first round here, typically I like to go for, you know, a straight or a flush. I do see here, you know, already we have a straight in hand, and so maybe we can try to win in 2 hands. You know, we only have the 2 discards, so maybe we don't go for the 1 shot. Maybe if I want to go for a 1-shot flush, like with a 5 and a 6 here, this 2 is not going to be good enough. So if I want to go for a hearts flush, I would have to get rid of the 2 here. And then even if I discard here, I would still need like an 8 or higher. And so 8 or higher, there's only 5 of those in order to complete my flush. If I want to go for the 1 shot, I could, you know, get a lower heart and just play 2 hands. So unfortunate we didn't get the heart. There we go. So we ended up playing 2 hands anyway. So I could have, like I said in the opening hand, I could have played a straight and then followed up with a second hand here. Here we spend an extra hand to get the flush, so it came out the same. Alright, so here, if we took the polychrome tag, right? We took the polychrome skip, this would be the polychrome. And this would be free, except rentals are already free. Rentals are already discounted, $1 start here, so you don't actually get a discount. And also, if this is our polychrome, the rental sucks here. I can't pay the $3 for this. Also, the perishable sucks here. You get this polychrome that's just going to disappear after 5 rounds. Polychrome tag is a trap. Actually, with all of the extra stickers now, I think all of the early skip tags are a trap, whereas before they were safe. Now here with the buffoon pack, this is a new change here. So in the first round, the first shop is guaranteed to have a buffoon pack. Again, here we have a high chance that these jokers are going to have stickers on them. And so let's say we take the buffoon pack, and the buffoon pack, let's say there's a rental tag in there, right? Each joker has a 1 in 3 chance to be a rental. And so if I'm looking at 2 jokers, that's like a pretty good chance. Better than 50% chance that I'm going to have a rental in here. And rentals already cost $1. So you spend $4, you pick up a rental, the rental then costs you an additional $3. Like, that sucks, right? So it's just, you open the buffoon pack, I see stuff, I can't take any of this stuff, right? And what that means is, you know, here in the shop, if I know what the stickers are, I can make this decision. I can decide whether or not this is something that I want. You know, if this were a different joker, I would possibly be willing to pay the $3 per round if this were a different joker. Whereas in the buffoon pack, I don't know what the drawbacks are going to be until I open it, until I spend that $4. And so now a buffoon pack feels more like, oh, if I just hit the reroll $5 here, then, you know, it's going to generate 2 new jokers, or like 1.5 jokers on average. And then I can make this informed decision about what I want to pick up. I think the new buffoon pack is a trap on the high stakes. Definitely on the low stakes, it's a nice feature here, and I really do like having it for the low stakes, making it easier on the white stake, but I think it's a trap on the high stakes. So here, I'm going to pick up the ice cream, and then go next. Alright, in the next round here, since we have the extra chips from the ice cream, we can go for the flush here. Maybe we almost have a straight, but it's going to be easier for us to get the spade for the flush. There we go. Actually, we have a straight flush here if you want. It doesn't matter, so I'll just play the flush. The boss, by the way, okay, cards are going to be debuffed, so our spades are going to be debuffed, our hearts are going to be debuffed. We can navigate that. Alright, do I want here the madness with a rental? Maybe. So is this the type of thing that I'm willing to spend money on? Spend $3 on every round. So now madness grows only when we do small and big blind. It doesn't grow if we do the boss blind. And so kind of how this works now is if you have jokers and you want the madness to not destroy your jokers, you can skip small and big blind and then it won't destroy anything, right? If you do want it to destroy stuff or you do want it to grow, okay, then you just play the small and big blind and you pick up these eternal jokers. So, you know, starting at the black stake and higher, madness is not able to destroy your eternal jokers, but it grows anyway. So like that's kind of exciting. I'm not sure if I want to spend $3 on it. So I'm going to pass on the madness and I'm just going to save my money for income. All right, let's go for clubs. I should have plenty of clubs. We could also go for the straight. Actually, now since we already have these 4 cards, 7 through 4, yeah, let's go for either a 3 or 8. I think that's going to be easier than getting 2 clubs. Try to go for 2 clubs. All right, the 4 we can get rid of. I mean, now we did get the clubs. So is that going to be easier? 1 more club. There's 8 clubs left in the deck. So let's do that. There we go. And with the ice cream, we'll have plenty of points. All right. Eternal Droll Joker is not super exciting. You know, typically with the commons, you don't want them eternal. Maybe, you know, if we're playing on the black deck, we do have the extra Joker slot, and so maybe it's fine to take this. I think for the early game, I do want this, and so this kind of, for me, this represents income, right? If I'm able to score with less hands, I'm able to earn more money from leftover hands. So, you know, it'll pay for itself in the early game, and then later on, it's fine. I have 5 other Joker slots. I can get something else for scoring. So I think we do take this, even though it's eternal. And go next. This is a change here. You know, previously 1,000 was 1,200. The boss previously 2,000 was, or sorry, previously 2,400 is now 2,000. Let's go for the clubs flush. There we go. Sorry, I didn't check what the tags are. Okay, Mega Buffoon I'm interested in. So here, Banner, now nerfed. I think it was deserved. I think that's a good nerf. The question is, do I want to pay $3 for it for this rental? And the answer is no. And so, you know, maybe you're starting to see here with all these rentals, it's not the $3, like that's not the issue. The issue is that it's just blank. It's just, there's a bunch of jokers that I just don't buy. And now it's harder for me to get my jokers. On the black deck specifically, like you get the power from the black deck from having 6 jokers. If I have a bunch of rental jokers in the shop that I'm not able to take, then now it's harder for me to get my 6 jokers. It's harder for me to actually get any benefit from the black deck. I think the black deck is still going to be very challenging on the high stakes. And I think that's fine. I think that's good, actually, balance-wise. All right, here, Mega Buffoon Pack. For a regular Buffoon Pack, only 2 choices. Is really tough to justify because, you know, you get these perishables and eternals and now these rentals. But Mega Buffoon, if I've got 4 choices, I feel good about I can find something that I want. So for example here, 2 rentals. you know, is the egg worth $3 per round? Like, it's kind of neutral in the sense that, you know, I can always sell it and then replace the money that I lost. But better than neutral, I actually get money for my temperances. Once I hit 1 temperance cards, it retroactively pays me for all of the rounds that I've been holding onto the egg. And so, you know, the first temperance card, you know, pays for the rental price, and then the second temperance card gives me like way more money on top of that. I don't know, it's tough. I think we can't afford the egg. Is the runner, this scaling joker, something that I'm willing to pay for? Maybe later. So I think with the rental jokers, I think the decision is early on you don't take them because, you know, you want to get your money online, you want to get your economy online, and then later in the game it's more worth it. You can buy them and then you don't have to pay for them as long. You don't have to keep them as long. So I think we don't take those. I think we can pick up the faceless joker here. The ancient joker, maybe. We can play flushes. Yeah, let's do that. As an eternal, maybe that's not the worst thing. Now it makes Droll Joker look really bad because all of this X-Molt happens before this +10 from the Droll Joker. So now Droll Joker is a blank if I'm doing Ancient Joker. I'm going to take the Faceless Joker so that we can get some money online here. Face cards face down is fine. All I need to know is that these are face cards. I can sort by suit if I want. So like now I know all of these 3 are diamonds if that's relevant. Ancient Joker says spades though, so let's try to get some spades. Let's discard like this. And this could be hearts or spades. Wait, this is a face card, so this is definitely hearts. Do we greed here? Do we go for the money with the Faceless Joker? I think the answer is yes. So I don't have to do both of these. I could do one or the other. I could just, you know, keep the hearts here and play the hearts flush. I could play the spades. I'm going to be greedy. I'm going to take a little bit of risk here. So let's continue going for spades. Not these spades, but different spades. All right. So I want to make a flush and I want to get spades. Maybe I don't necessarily need to play a flush if I have the Ancient Joker. Let's do this. So I've gotten rid of some diamonds and some hearts probably. So let's throw these away. We can play a full house here if we want. You know, we get the extra chips from the ice cream. We get +2 molt from the Ancient Joker. I think we still go for the flush. It is risky though. All right, this is definitely not spades. So what can we do instead? We can play a pair of 10s. That's not gonna get us there. These face cards here could be 2 pair. We lose. That's okay. I think we took a big risk there by throwing away the face cards. Like we knew we had the spades and we threw them away. Oh well. Let's try a new one. If we got the spades, that would have been a great run. All right, again here, I'm not gonna re-roll anymore. I'm not gonna go for the skip tags there. Let's just go for here the classic, go for the clubs flush. There we've got some clubs. Let's just check, you know, is this going to be enough? So 15 plus 5 is 20, plus here is 30. I need 40, right? So this is not enough. So maybe discard this 4, looking for, I need a face card, right? So I need 10, Jack, Queen, or Ace of clubs. So I only have 4 possible outs. Maybe if you put it that way, I'll play the flush. And then that way we can follow up with, you know, maybe a pair here, maybe a second flush. We'll just play it safe here. Alright, next we've got, okay, Zany Joker is not super great. Like I said, you know, it's kind of hard to get 3 of a kind. I'm gonna go, so this stuff here I don't think we can do, so I think we do need the Buffoon Pack. Once again here, Buffoon Pack having the rental sticker, like I said, 1 in 3 chance to get the rental sticker. This stinks here, I can't do this. Fist we can do. Even as the Eternal, it's going to fall off later on in the game, but you know, we have 6 Joker slots, so that's fine. Early on, this is very powerful. Early on allows me to do, let's go for the spades. We have a straight actually. Let's discard the low cards. Unfortunate. Not a big deal. I think with just the +4 molt from the 2, this is going to be enough. You know, what would previously be 300 points, now 600 points. Alright, what about this rental? I think we don't take that. Go next. Diamonds debuffed. Maybe let's try to go for spades. We do have 2 pair here. 2 pair could be high enough if I discard like this. Yeah, or actually it's a full house now. With plus 18 molt, you know, the 2 pair would be enough. Alright, do I want Droll Joker? So now it's a perishable instead of eternal. This I prefer. Yes, I like this. Let's pick up the Droll Joker and go next. Alright, free polychrome. I don't think so. We can see in the next shop what it would have landed on, and we can see whether or not we were correct. We could play this flush. Now we've got both of these. If you want, we can discard the 3. Plenty of points there. So that hand, you know, on this boss here, previously when it was 2,400 points, that would not be a winning hand, but now with the change to 2,000 points, it would be a winning hand. I want this grabber. I also want this suit changer to help enable my flushes, though maybe something to pay attention to. Because the Droll Joker is perishable, maybe we don't play flushes forever. Maybe after a couple rounds we switch from flushes to something else, and so maybe I don't want this sun. Maybe still leave the opportunity for me to play straights if I want to. Fist is really good with 2 pair rather than flushes because it's easier to jam in extra cards and remove them from your hand. Actually, I like that idea. I like picking up Uranus here. So, you know, the Fist is eternal, the Droll Joker is perishable, so my long-term plan, maybe we go for 2 pair rather than flushes. And go next. Alright, let's try to find maybe some spades here. Alright, one more time looking for spades. Alright, so I'm a little bit short on the spades, but I can play these to dig. Okay, let's try one more time looking for spades. Alright, didn't get the spades. Actually, what do we have? You know, that's not going to be a high card. This here, yeah. That's not going to be enough. I mean, I could have a high card, you know, with the Fist here, but either way, it's just not going to be enough points. Unfortunate. So there, you know, kind of with just the 2 discards, even without the -1 hand side, still sometimes not guaranteed that you get flushes. That's okay, we'll just run it back. How about a holographic? So if I do get a perishable, if I get a perishable holographic, maybe I feel better about holding on to that compared to, what is it? Compared to rental, or compared to a polychrome. I think polychrome perishable you don't want, but holographic perishable is fine because the holographic with plus 10 mult is really that powerful for the early game. The question is, you know, in the last hand you just saw, in the last round, it was hard for us to find even just one flush, right? With the -1 discard and on the black deck the -1 hand. And so if I skip here, can I get 450 points? Can I find 2 hands? If I were not playing on the black deck, if I were playing on the blue deck or the red deck, I think you do take the skip here. On the black deck, I think it's harder to justify. I think you have a better chance of losing here, but I'm going to take the risk anyway. We'll try it out. So here we have a full house. Okay, so we got a little bit lucky here to start. How about 2 pair? That is enough. All right, how about, okay, Eternal, I'm fine with. It gives me Molt and it gives me chips. It's the perfect combination. Yeah, I'm into that. Do I want this Temperance? I could take it now and, you know, it could pay for itself. I will take it, and then I want to try to get more Jokers. Do I want this Buffoon pack? We said before, we've demonstrated, we've seen the Buffoon pack is a trap. So let's skip. Alright, previously played debuff doesn't actually matter. The question is like, what's the most reasonable way for us to get a straight? I think here we've got 6 and 5 together, so I'm going to discard like this. We've got, here's a straight. Already 2,300 points again here, demonstrating in the next round. So this is a new feature now. We can see the next round here. We can see the next ante. This used to be 2,400. We would not be able to do with that straight, but the 2,300 is enough. So like the difference between 1 hand and 2 hands is a lot. Hieroglyph, an additional -1 hand. I think on the black deck we just can't. we can't do that. So let's save our money for interest here. Do we take a spectral pack here? In the past I've advised no, and so the answer is still no. Here almost a straight, so let's discard like this. I guess with the plus 10 from the holographic, we don't need a straight specifically. We could go for a flush also, but it should be easy enough to get either a 6 or a jack. Should be easy enough, we'll see. There's a 6. Closer to 2,400, but we only need 2,000. All right, do I want the burglar as a rental? So I think of the burglar as kind of like an income generator, where if you have the extra hands, those extra hands turn into extra money. And so does that counterbalance the extra cost here? So normally burglar costs like $5 or $6 or something like that. And so we are getting a discount here. We buy it for 1. So yeah, I think we take the burglar, and you know, we can so something different about the rental stickers now, since you buy it for 1, you sell it for 1. Temperance only gives you $1 worth of sell value here, whereas the free holographic, it still retains all of its value. You buy it for free, but it still retains the you know, holographic gives you +1 sell price. And so if you do take those skips for the free stuff, you do have the floor where you can just buy it and then sell it. I think again here we'll just save our money for interest. Something I could do with this burglar is I could just sell it now that I already got the benefit from it, or do I want to keep it for an extra round for the extra potential income that it has? I think it's going to be a net negative, so I'm going to sell it here. Alright, how do I find a straight? If I want to go for a straight, I don't necessarily have to go for a straight. I do have the 9 and the 8 here, and so I'm going to get rid of the king, and I'm going to get rid of the 6 here. Alright, so we got 7, 8, 9, 10, jack. There's my straight. So the burglar did give us some extra bucks there, extra $2. 2 discards ended up being 2 hands. All right, egg as a rental. Now that I know that I have temperance, maybe is worth it. Here, reserved parking. Eternal parking, I don't want to do. Value generators, eternal, I don't want to do. I think egg, because I already have the temperance, I think I will pick up here. And then, you know, is there something else that I need or something else that I want to do here? I'm just going to go next. So first hand face down, that should be fine. Let's discard this stuff here and try to figure out how to make a straight. We do have a jack here, and we have in here, this could be like a 9 and a 10. I don't know for sure. I'm just going to pick. I'm just going to pick this one we'll discard. All right, so jack, 10, maybe a 9, I don't know. Maybe another 10 here, I don't know. So 8, 9, 10, jack. Okay, I can ignore this completely. That's perfect. The next round, by the way, sorry, we'll wait until we go into the shop. So the next round, previously this used to be like 4,200 or something like that. Now only 3,000. The boss used to be 8,000, now 6,000. So I think that's a great change, you know, kind of making the early game easier. We can also preview, we can see what the skip tags are going to be. That's a new feature. Magician here giving us 2 lucky cards, like that's kind of exciting. Let's try out the buffoon pack. So now we have the money. We can afford this buffoon pack, even if it gives us nothing, even if it's a blank. So Constellation Scaling X-Molt is perfect. So, you know, I want to highlight here, we are in ante 3 already. We've gone through 5 rounds already, and we only have 3 jokers. And so it's going to take us a long time to get up to 6 jokers for a black deck. You know, not until ante 5 or 6 before we get any benefit. We have to struggle through all of this time with the -1 hand. All right, for the constellation, do I want to take Venus? I do want the Celestial pack here looking for Saturn. If I don't get Saturn, you know, maybe I could take Neptune as like an end game plan. Do I want the Venus here leveling up my constellation? Probably. I'll take it. And let's take some lucky cards as well. We now get 2 lucky cards. All right, we don't want to level up high card. What kind of straight can we go for? So maybe we get rid of the 9s. We did get the upgrade on the 3 of a kind. I think straights are still going to be better. So let's go like this. So 10 and 9 here connected, 5 not connected. So I'll discard like this. All right, so 10 and 9. 10 here, we're just missing a jack, which is kind of unfortunate. Let's go for the jack. Didn't get the jack, but we can play these. Okay, we got the jack now. I'm gonna go ahead and make the 2 lucky cards. All right, so one thing that's like kind of weird about the temperance is the longer we hold on to it, the more value we get from the egg. But as long as I'm holding on to the temperance, it's blocking temperances from spawning. I can't get a duplicate temperance. So kind of what I want to do is I want to wait until I get a fool and then use the temperance twice. Because right now it's kind of like a net neutral, you know, on the temperance, whether I use it or I hold on to it. So I'm going to hold on to it and just get more value out of the 1 temperance. We can go Celestial pack here. We have another money generator. I really need to upgrade my straights. I need a Saturn card. There we go. So with that just 1 Saturn card, I think now we can hit the 4,500 here. I think we don't need to spend the extra money on the Earth card here. If I wanted to, I could use the Temperance and then I would have money to buy stuff here, but then, you know, I would lose the ability to grow this in the future. Maybe what the consideration is, we want to get the early game value right now so that we can get off the ground. Let's try that. So we'll do the temperance. That way I can afford the Arcana pack. And, you know, just like we drew it up, just like we planned here, we get a second temperance because we used the temperance. Perfect. Rather than making more lucky cards. Now we have the money. Now I can take the Earth card here. Do I want a Faceless Joker? We got punished in the past, but that's because we were greedy in the past. But like straight up we were greedy. Let's be greedy again. So maybe I see a 4 and a 5 here. I see a 10 and a Jack here. I'm going to go for the 10 and the Jack because it's higher straight. Discard like this. So we got Jack, 10, 9, 8. That's great. Looking for a 7 or a Queen. Alright, so Queen, Jack, 10, 9, 8. It's a higher straight, higher level straight, higher level constellation. This should be good. Perfect. And then the boss now 6,000 instead of previously 8,000. Probably this Faceless Joker we can't afford. Probably we should just sell it. Do I want a Juggler? That'll make it easier for me to find my straights. Do I want this Rough Gem? It's going to cost me $3, but it could pay for itself. So it only costs $1. Previously, Rough Gem cost $7. And so as long as we hold on to it for like 2 rounds, it'll pay for itself. Maybe, you know, I can always speculate. I can always buy it and then sell it for 1. And so maybe that's like a new feature of these rental stickers. You can speculate and see if it's useful or not. Arcana pack looking for a Fool. Actually, no. The last thing that we used was Earth, so I don't want a Fool. Yeah, how about here? We can make some, for my straights, how about some Molt cards? Steel cards are more end game stuff. Early game stuff, I want to have the Molt cards. So how about the 8 and the 9 here? And go next. All right, lose money per card played. So if I play a bunch of diamonds, this will punish me. So, I'm gonna sell it. All right, let's look for, we don't need the Queen here, so we can look for a 9. This is already a straight. Do I have a 6,000 point straight? I think the answer is no, so I have to play 2 straights anyway. Knowing that I have to play 2 straights, we should have waited to sell the gem there. We would have got an extra $1. Definitely, like before the end of the round, I think you do definitely sell it because I'm not going to pay the $3 rental price. You don't pay until the end of the round. All right, 8, 9, 10, Jack, Queen. If this hits the lucky card, if this is 6,000 points, I'm going to be pissed. Ah, it was close. It was close. There was low chance that it was going to hit 6,000. So I feel fine about playing the extra hand for the extra $5. Half Joker. I think not anymore half Joker since we're already vibing with the Devious Joker doing the straights. Let's go pick up the Arcana pack here. I do want the reroll voucher, boss voucher. We can make even more lucky cards, or this is probably more consistent if we just take the random planets. We can level up our constellation. Do we want to take the strength card as a way of helping us enable our straights? I think we don't do that. We go next here. So ante 4, already we still don't even have full Joker slots. Do I want to take 2 random commons here? So the top-up tag and also Riffraff and also the Judgment card, the Wraith card, these cards that give you Jokers, they don't have any stickers. So no perishables, no eternals, no rental stickers. And so much more value, right? If I guarantee that I have clean Jokers, that has some value. Maybe, you know, maybe we get rid of the faceless joker here and we generate 2 commons, some clean jokers. I think I'm not there yet. I think I'd rather just have the shop for the booster packs. That's what I'm looking for. Rather than like random common jokers, what I'm looking for is celestial packs. Here we have a straight that we can play right away. We're gonna need 2 straights to get 8,000 points, unless we get lucky on one of them. Here, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We do have some lucky cards that we can dig for if you want. So there's the 9, dig for the 10. If not, this totally works. Sorry, I should have been paying more attention to the faceless joker if I could try to get some faceless joker money. I should have sold the faceless joker for interest there. Though, I guess it wouldn't matter, right? Because the rental happens before you get the interest. This sucks. So, the most common jokers are, of course, the common jokers. There's a lot of common jokers. And the most scaling jokers are commons. A lot of the scaling jokers are commons. And so you're going to get a lot of commons that have the perishable scalers. Like, that sucks. This is a blank. I can't take this, and that's gonna happen a lot of the time. We could take this out in here. What about these booster packs I can't afford? We just go next here. Yep. Round 10 and we still only have 5 jokers. And that's not, you know, I'm not trolling on purpose there. That's just we haven't found the stuff, or we've found stuff that we had to get rid of. Here, I think if I'm going for the straight, get rid of the 7. Alright, so 10, Jack, Queen, King, Ace here. The fact that we have to play 2 straights is pretty rough. It's hard on the black deck to get 2 straights, even with the extra hand size from the juggler. Alright, is the bull something that I'm willing to pay for? You know, it grows, we get more chips if we have more dollars? Huh. I mean, we definitely take it short term. The question is, how long do we hold on to it? Is this going to destroy us? Do I want a scholar here? It's only $1, right? So one thing that I think is really cool about the Eternal Jokers is, you know, because of the Spectral cards that destroy Jokers, because of the Madness Joker that destroys Jokers, the Eternals are not always a negative. They're not always a drawback, right? And so the same thing with these rentals. Not always a drawback. Definitely, I don't want to be playing $9 per round for 3 rentals, but like short term, I can just buy it, I can play it, and then sell it after. Do I want the boss reroll? I think we're just gonna have to live without it because we don't have the money. All right, let's go for our first straight here. King or 8. Try again for one more straight. All right. So this is pretty challenging because this is the boss that, you know, once you start playing hands, then you can't see your cards anymore, and it's going to be hard for us to identify where our straights are. So this is the last straight that we get to play. Is like pretty unfortunate. I think the scholar we sell. I think maybe we sell the egg so we get the extra chips. And then that way we have a better chance of surviving. Right, because now with the extra chips, I don't need a straight. I could just play high card with the plus molt from the Devious Joker. 5, 7, you know, it's possible in here. Yeah, let's play this. There we go. We weren't going to get there without selling the egg. We needed the extra chips from the bull. Alright, do I want... Ooh, -1 hand per round? I can't. We can't, right? We can't do that. Do I want this greedy joker for extra chips? Do I want this buffoon pack? Interesting. I want some of these. So, okay, with the bull now, we don't have to play straights, though we do have the level 3 straights, and so maybe we'll continue trying to play straights. Between these different options here, I think the erosion has the highest upside, you know, the best chance of working out for us. All we have to do is pick up one, what is it, hangman, and then it becomes worth it. I could always sell it for $3 here. Yeah, do I want this, I think the extra chips, maybe, but not this eternal. Alright, go next. Alright, we could pick up some money here. I think we have to play. I think we need the booster packs in the shop. We need the celestial packs for our level up straights. By the way, faster scaling on the straights. That's one of the buff to straights here. Let's go for the middle straight. So is that a middle straight? If I want, I could play the queen as well and then keep the 7 in case I draw a 6. Nice. We got lucky. We got lucky. I accept. Alright. Banner probably, you know, with the 2 discards probably doesn't do the thing. Juggler we can sell for $2 here. I'm gonna go buffoon first. Alright, again here, perishable bus. We don't take shoot the moon. Maybe we can make that work. It is a lot of molt. Plus 13 molt is more than, you know, the devious joker. Let's go Arcana pack here, looking for temperance or hermit or Saturn is pretty big. Yeah, don't mind if I did your redo. How about we can go priestess here. All right, earth card, Saturn card second, you know, in case a fool shows up. I think I do want something like this. Devil card is going to pay for itself. We've got ×2 on the constellation now. Yeah, we'll just save our money for the bull here. So how do I get a straight now? I think we go for the low end. And then that way we get to keep the queen. So discard these jacks. What do we got? 8, 7, 6, 5? Not quite. So maybe I'll play this jack. Alright, so we do have a straight now. We could play this almost a straight flush, but not quite a straight flush. So compared to like a high card, we get, you know, way more chips. Sorry, I should have made the queen into gold. Yeah. Dang it. I wasn't 100% sure that that was going to be enough. It was just barely enough, so I wasn't sure. I should have made the queen into gold. Alright, next. These things don't help me. So we'll go Celestial, looking for Saturn. Or let's go Jumbo first, in case there's a Fool card. Nice. So now, straights slap. Here, we'll take another planet card for the constellation. What are you in the mood for? How about 3 of a kind, because I already have 3 of a kind leveled up. Maybe. And go next. So base chips and molt is halved, which is kind of brutal to our straights here, but we do have molt from the queens and the devious joker, and a lot of chips from the bull here and the devious joker. I think if we hit the 2 straights, we still win. So 3, 4, 5 here. Maybe discard. I'm gonna get rid of the king because I'm trying to hold on to my queens. So maybe we discard like this. looking for either a 6 or a 2. Alright, so we got the 6 here, so we can play here. I'm going to play these low ones. I don't have the queen yet, but I think we have to play the straight while we have it. This is going to be tough. It looks like it's gonna be tough. How about discard? I have the 8s here. I don't have any more 3s, right? Just one more 3, so I think we gotta get rid of these low cards here. Maybe discard like this. Maybe I could get a 6 and a 7, so I'll keep the 5 and get rid of the ace. Maybe we keep the 4 and get rid of the king, since I want to try to keep the queens. Here 10, 9, 8 is not going to do it. So we do need a jack and a 7, or a 7 and a 6. We need a lot. We need help. That is the wrong straight. I think that's not enough. We could play the gold card here. That shouldn't have worked. That shouldn't have been allowed. That's illegal. Alright, we can get the hangman. We can finally level up our erosion here. If we open up the spectral pack, we can use it right away. Ooh, do I want an extra joker slot? Do I want a negative joker? The -1 hand size. If we're going to play straights, I think we can't afford -1 hand size, especially if we're trying to do shoot the moon and trying to hold cards in our hand. I'm going to go for the aura here. I'm going to remove the low cards first. Or if I'm trying to hold on to the queens, maybe we get rid of the aces first. I guess aces could technically be low cards. I'm going to get rid of the aces. And then for my, let's put it on an 8, kind of a middle card for my straights. Foil's not bad. Foil's not bad. Let's go next. You know, I could sell this juggler at any point. Maybe we do. Do I want to take 25 bucks here? I think I'm still kind of struggling to score, so I'm not going to skip. Here, let's discard the kings, looking for the low cards. 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can win with just one queen. We don't need 2 queens. There we go. Nice. Now if you want, we could play a flush. We still get the base molt here. We still get the chips from the bull. Nice. Oh no, disabled. It looks like you pay first, you lose the money first, and then it becomes disabled after. The bean. The bean is huge. The bean is going to help us make our straights. We do need another source of chips. So let's go buffoon pack. Do I want a stencil? I mean, that's going to be easier than, you know, trying to do this nonsense. So what would we get rid of, right? If we get rid of shoot the moon here, probably that's better than trying to hold on to the queen. Holding on to the queens is just way too hard. I think we take the stencil here. And so this being perishable, this is one of those that doesn't matter, right? So turtle being perishable, that doesn't matter. Joker stencil, that doesn't matter because it's good now, but stencil is one that I very often just sell after a couple rounds. And so the only one that really matters is this perishable erosion here, because that's like a scalar, and it's like one of the best scalars because it's this uncommon one. That's going to be sad when it goes away after this round, but after this goes, we do have the stencil will be ×3, so maybe that makes up for it. You know, we have plenty of base molt from our straights already. Do I want this voucher? Yes. That's going to give us a free refresh of the shop here. Burnt Joker. It's too late for that. Let's go next. Maybe it's not too late. We got the bean. It's a rare now. It's more expensive now. Let's do it. This is greedy. Everything I do, I say it's greedy, but we do it anyway. Here, Jack, 10, 9. Ooh, not a straight yet. I've got a plan, but it's gonna be controversial. We play these? No. We 10, 9, 8, 6, 3. We play these. So instead of discarding, we're gonna play. Then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can discard, get the upgrade. Then, all right, the next round here is the boss here with the face down cards. After getting the upgrade, now we sell the Burnt Joker. So we bought it for $8, we sold it for $4, so we spent a net of $4 to get the one Saturn card upgrade. We can play King, Jack, here's the 10, 9, 8. Actually, I don't need the Queen. Wait, yeah, that's perfect. Do I want this erosion? I could sell it and get interest and get extra mult on the stencil. So if that's gonna give me 100,000, I could beat the boss with one straight. Well, that's with all the enhanced cards. Acrobat's pretty useful, pretty cool on the black deck where you have a low number of hands anyway. Rental Ice Cream, I don't know. Again, perishable scaler. This is like the third or fourth perishable scaler that we run into. We're on ante 6, round 16. We only have 4 jokers. So definitely I'm feeling the impact. I'm feeling the new stickers, and I'm feeling good about it. I am liking the challenge. How about... We don't need ice cream anymore because we got already 200 chips from Straight's base and then plus 100 chips from the Devious Joker. I think I do want something like this. I think I do want the Acrobat. So let's go next. I don't necessarily have to activate the Acrobat. I don't have to use it right now. Oh man, the hand size from the bean. I'm gonna be so sad when the bean goes. I can discard these. Stinky. Wait. So here's one straight. I'm gonna play 2 straights. We can play 2 straights. All right, just give me a 10. Or a 5. What we get? Unfortunate. So I'm gonna discard like this, or I guess I'm gonna play this hand. We do gonna need a straight though. All right, there we got the 10. Lucky. I mean, we're good on scoring though. Saturn card. I'm gonna go Arcana looking for a Fool. Or we could pick up 20 bucks here. That makes me feel better. Blank voucher, too late for the blank voucher. Are we trying to play straight flushes? No, our regular straights are worth more. Looking for more Saturn cards here. We did get the Saturn card, so we could go, I don't know, full house? Saturn card after. We grow the constellation here. So like this is appropriate, right? So we've had the constellation here. The constellation is 2.6 here. It's getting closer to ×3. Remember, this is X mult on every hand that you play with no conditions, whether you play flushes or straights or whatever. And so you know, for a scaling X-Molt Joker, this is the target, this is correct. And then so, you know, compared to like the Acrobat, which you have to play on the final hand, or the Stencil, where you have to do something weird with having less Joker slots. So like the Vampire was way too strong before. If you were getting something like, you know, ×5 or ×6 on your Vampire, that was incorrect. And so the Vampire now scaling half as fast. Now also only scaling when you score enhanced cards, and then also maybe moving it to rare also. I think, you know, Constellation is pretty simple in the sense that like you're already picking up planet cards. It's, you know, it doesn't change anything, whereas like the Vampire removing enhancements changes the game a little bit, right? And so I think it's justifiable. It is weird enough to be a rare. The Joker rarity, common, uncommon rares are not necessarily about power level, they're also about weirdness. So like commons like Devious Joker, not very complicated. The Turtle Bean, uncommon, a little bit more complicated. Stencil, a little bit more complicated. All right, let's go. We got some money here and we got empty Joker slots here. Not on purpose. Maybe we re-roll one time. This stuff, you know, my gut instinct is this stuff doesn't help me. Extra discard, I can buy it and then sell it. Look at these rentals. Look at these, you know, $1 rentals I can buy and sell. Playing a straight sets our money to 0. I think that's fine. I think we just go money 0. All right, let's go. We have a straight, and it's not going to be a winning hand. Wow. Even without the Stencil, even without the Acrobat, that's still 50% of the way there. That's pretty nutty. That's pretty crazy. Let's discard like this. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna get rid of the higher cards here. Go for either the ace or a 6. I forgot that I removed aces from the deck. Oh well. We got the 6 and we got the ace if you want. So if we play this, the previous one we had the foil card, and so I think this is maybe slightly less than 45,000. I think this doesn't win. Do I want to pay $3 for the Drunkard? I think I don't. Do I want to get rid of the Stencil? I think I don't. There we go. Alright, Runner, Rental we don't want, X-Molt Trio we don't want. Here's the new Midas Mask. The cards have to be scored in order to be turned into gold. Maybe it's a little bit late for that. I guess I could just pick it up. Let's go Celestial Pack looking for Saturn. No Saturn, so maybe Venus here instead. Arcana? Alright, we could take 20 bucks, or we can go for the card removal, and the card removal is going to help us find our hands. I think I want the money so that I can get some more jokers. Ante 7, I only have 5 jokers. Rough. Yeah, let's re-roll here. Is it time? Is it banana time? No, I think it's Photograph, because Photograph, if we play a straight, Photograph is plus 28 mold. That's huge. Turtle Bean is plus 2 hand size. Maybe we don't need the Stencil anymore. I kind of want the banana. It's Ante 7, 1 in 6 chance to go away. We're almost on the boss round now. Maybe that's good though. Maybe that means the banana survives. We want it to survive. I don't know, that's tough. You know, before, if it was 1 in 4, I would take it because I would know it would go away on me. But now I don't know if it's going to go away on me. I don't know if I can afford to like get rid of the Stencil. I think we do get rid of the Stencil. And so if I'm already getting rid of the Stencil, then maybe I pick up the banana now. And we can afford re-rolling here. extra hand size. Not at that price. You could pick up a Mercury card here for that. Yeah, one more time. Pluto, sure. All right, we're good now. We're good. Let's go next. So I do always have the option. I could, you know, if I need the scoring help, I could do the acrobat. So let's go for the high straight, right? So discard like this. All right, so here's this straight. Let's put the lucky cards on the left here. Ship it. Yeah. So now just one more straight is all I need. How about... I'm looking at the middle here, middle straight. So remove some of these. All right, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. That's perfect. Banana, you're so costly. Oh, I mean, fortune teller is better here, but maybe we don't need fortune teller if we already have the photograph. Do we? Are you feeling lucky? You know, since we got the 2 lucky cards. I think probably we don't do this. The bean is +1 hand size. Tough decisions here. Neptune, maybe? Spectral Pack. Help me decide here. Spectral Pack. This did not help me decide. Let's go Sigil. Hearts. If I want to play straight flushes. I am going to spend all of my money in this shop because of the boss here. I think we don't do the banana. So the question is, like, do I want these things? We could speculate on the Lucky Cat, even if it only gives us 1 trigger, even if it only gives us like 25%. 25% is more than what the fortune teller would do for us. Chips here, superposition, unfortunate, too late for that. Next, temperance, Senor Huesos if we need it. You know, maybe that's better than the cat in like an emergency situation. Honestly, yeah, maybe. Do we get rid of the bean? It only gives us +1 hand size. I'm gonna take Senor Huesos here. I'm gonna take the temperance, and I'm not gonna use it yet because I know the boss is gonna take away my money. I think what we do is we use the extra hands and then use the acrobat. So let's discard here looking for our high cards. So that's the winning hand. That's the straight. So let's discard if we want. We don't need the bean anymore. We could sell it. Let's play this. Ooh, we got the lucky card. All right. So bean is done. Well, I'm not gonna sell it because what is it? We're gonna lose our money when we play the straight. So here, let's play this. Lucky card here. All right, let's try out the acrobat. Oh, we got the lucky. We got the 400,000. All right, the bean is gone. Oh wait, I forgot. It's not only did it have the perishable sticker, but it just goes away. That's actually fine. We can pick up $5 here. We can go temperance. Extra discard is huge. We currently know we can score enough points. We can score the 400,000 points with just 1 straight. So maybe now we don't need money anymore. Yeah, I'm gonna take the wasteful voucher. I'm just gonna lock it in, make sure that we can get our hand here. Do we want to try to play a straight flush for $4? No. Alright, go next. Random joker disabled. That's gonna sting. I don't know. That's tough. We gotta find more jokers, team. Alright, I need to find the high straight. I need to find a straight that has at least a face card, so maybe just a jack could be fine. So there's a jack. We do have the 8 here. Too late for the gold card. Maybe not too late for the gold card, but I want to make sure that I get my hand. Alright, either a 7 or a queen. There's a lot of chances. There we go, we got it. So now we can just play our extra hands. We can go play all these with the lucky jack. Boom. Five out of 6 joker slots, again, not on purpose. Does burglar help? No. These other things don't help. Arcana pack? One last chance Arcana pack. Ooh, temperance, yeah. Alright, yeah, reroll one time. Neptune, free reroll. Okay. We don't need the straight flush, but we take it anyway because of the consolation. We don't need the strength card, but maybe we take it just in case as like a backup plan if we need a face card. We get the free reroll here. Mime we don't need. Flower pot sucks. Let's take a steel card. That'll help with the base molt here. So if one of our jokers gets disabled, we can replace it with a steel card. I think that's a great idea. We got the jack. So we just need a 7 or a queen, and we have the extra discard. So I'm gonna go for the gold card this time. Yeah, we got it here. So discard like this. The queen here, I could turn into steel. I think I do turn the queen into steel. Alright, let's do this, and that should be a ton of points. So if we lose the ×3, if we lose the ×2, we have 200,000 instead of we need 360,000. If we lose the ×3, we have 150,000. It's going to be tough. I think Señor Huesos is going to save us. We can't afford the Celestial pack here. We can go free reroll for the Saturn card. So maybe, yeah, straights instead of straight flushes, that's fine. We can buy the Arcana pack with the last of our money. Another Saturn card. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's go next. All right, so the Acrobat is disabled. That's fine. Let's dig for the face cards. We could get either an 8 or a queen. I'm gonna discard like this. So we got an 8 and discard one more time. All right, so without the Acrobat, without the ×3, the question is, do we still play the straight? Or do we try to re-roll here? I think I'm gonna play the straight just to be safe. And then we can use the strength card to play a second straight. All right, so if I want, I could play a straight right now and it'll be enough points. So here, use the strength card. That's why we bought it. Play this. So even though we don't have the Acrobat, still plenty of points. Wait a second. That wasn't plenty of points. What did we do wrong? We have... This is not a straight. Wait a second. We do get the ×3 here from the acrobat. Wait a second. My high card is not going to do it. Oh well. We get the Senior Huesos. Saved. Ooh. Alright, that's it. We won. We did it with the black deck. Took us 3 tries plus the 4 tries from the previous video that got scuffed, and then I'm going to remove. Yeah, so here, you know, thoughts on the new gold stake. So definitely, you know, because we have access to the booster packs now that we didn't previously have, because we have access to the extra hand size that we didn't have previously, I do think, yeah, the metagame is going to be way more diverse. I think, you know, here demonstrating it's viable now. We can play straights. You can play flushes, where before with the -1 hand size you couldn't even play flushes. It was that hard. With the, you know, new Joker stickers, you know, as far as like the rental sticker and the perishable stickers, there's just way more stuff in the shop, way more modifiers. And so the shopping for Jokers is like way more complicated. I think it's complicated in a good way. I think it's complicated in an interesting way, a fun way. I think the skip tags and the buffoon packs, now they have a chance to give you these sticker Jokers. I think they're a trap. Which is a little bit of a disappointment. I would like to see more changes to the skip tags still. I think here on the black deck we kind of demonstrated with the new rental stickers, there's a lot of Jokers that you just skip, you just don't buy them. With the perishable stickers, you have to keep replacing your Jokers, and it costs you money to keep replacing your Jokers, and so it was, for us, kind of a struggle to get 6 Jokers, kind of a struggle to score enough points. And so I think that's good. I think here on the black deck, it should be a challenge. It should be challenging with the new stakes. I think it's good so far. I don't know if it's perfect, but it does feel good to me so far. All right. Take care, everyone.